everyone, Eve here from British Garden Centres, and I'm super excited because March is finally here. This is the month where spring officially kicks off. Our gardens are bursting to life, and here are 3 gardening jobs that you can get out in your garden and do this month. Now is the perfect time for you to be planting your summer flowering bulbs. There are so many to choose from. You've got your dahlias, your lilies, your gladioli, just to name a few. And in each of those different kinds of bulbs, you've got so many varieties to choose from. The general rule of thumb with bulbs is to plant them in well-draining soil in a sunny spot. Today I'm going to be planting my dahlias, which is really exciting, and these need potting up in your greenhouse or under cover now, ready to grow on, and then they'll be planted outside after the last chance of frost in late May. I'm going to be using this 3-litre pot to pot up my dahlia tuber because it's just the right size for the dahlia tuber. So I'm just going to fill it with some general peat-free compost about 3/4 of the way up to the pot because the dahlia tuber likes to be planted just under the surface. I'm then going to put my tuber in, making sure that the old stem faces up, and then cover with more of my peat-free compost. Not forgetting to label it, and then I'm going to give it a little water, and I won't water it again until the dahlia tubers start sprouting. Now I'm just going to be sure to place it in a sunny spot in my greenhouse, and I'm going to keep it protected from the frost till late May. It's as easy as that, and summer flowering bulbs are going to give you that bold, vibrant impact of colour in late August, September, October time. So it's definitely worth it. March officially means that planting time is upon us, and lots of gardeners out there will be very excited. So now is the perfect time to prepare your beds and borders for planting. I'm going to start by weeding my beds to make sure that I get ahead of any of those weeds that are going to become really established and set seed. So you can use a hoe on any dry soil, but I like to weed using my hands. And it's really simple. You just want to make sure that you pull out the whole weed, including all of its roots, so that it doesn't reproduce. Once I'm happy that I've weeded thoroughly, I am then going to mulch my beds and borders. This is when you place a thick layer of organic material. So I like to use garden compost or peat-free compost from our garden centres on top of the soil on your beds and borders. Not only is this really effective weed barrier against any future weeds from sprouting, it also retains moisture and is a great way to improve your soil structure and the nutrients that are in your soil in the long term. So it's really worth doing, but make sure to be effective that you add at least a couple of inches of mulch onto your soil. March is the perfect time to get a head start on creating your dream summer pots and hanging baskets. You can do this by buying plug plants from our garden centres. These are young plants that you can buy either individually or in mixes, and is ideal for someone who wants to skip the seed sowing stage if you find this a bit fiddly, or if you want a pre-made mix of summer bedding that is going to look all gorgeous together when you add it in a hanging basket. These are also great value as you're buying the plants young instead of the fully finished grown on plants. So when you get your plug plants home, you are going to want to make sure they are fully hydrated. So I'm going to stand mine in a tray of water for at least 20 minutes. And then you're going to pot them on. So I'm using these pots. You don't want to use a pot that's too big, as the compost is going to dry out really quickly and your plant's going to get a bit lost in there. So make sure you pick the right size pot for your plug plant. And then all you're going to do is fill it with some peat-free compost and add in your little plug plants. Top it up, firm it in, don't forget to label them and give them a good water. And then they need to be placed somewhere nice and sunny and warm. So a heated greenhouse or a windowsill works perfectly. I hope this video has inspired you to get out in your gardens this month. And if you'd like to shop any of the products you've seen in this video, then you can nip into your local British Garden Centre. Or you can shop online on our website. And if you'd like to see more content like this, then don't forget to follow us on our social media channels. Thank you for watching, everyone. See you next month.